Okay, good morning, guys. Before I begin, I pray that the Most High is protecting you, guiding you, and giving you the ruach of wisdom during this time that's coming, which will soon come to an end. And as always, when I mention the ruach, I mean the spirit. Everything is a spirit. Always remember that. What I want to talk about today, I'm on this YouTube channel that I created. I didn't create for popularity, likes, or anything like that, or to make money off it. I'm creating it. I created this channel just to share information, because I feel at a time like this, it's very important. A lot of people are going through a lot of things in their mind, don't know what to do. There's a division. There's going to be a division between vaccinated and unvaccinated people. There's going to be a division within families and friends and so forth. And that's why I say it's best to always read the scripture so you can understand what it's saying, understand these things. That's why I always said the scripture that I read is the Sefer with all the books, and there's still a lot of books that has been destroyed and taken away from us. And the reptile population has a lot of that information. Anyhow, in my last video I talked about some of us chose to come to the earth, and if you understand scripture tells you that the earth belongs to the wicked, which is true. And the reason we chose to come down here, it most likely we came to correct things and to change things and to share information before we go home. But I think it's time for us to go home, because where we came from, it's more beautiful than this, what we have on, where we are right now. If you've made it so far, it means we've made it. We have overcome adversity. We may have come from a family that's unloving. We have been betrayed, and so many other things. And sometimes where we are right now is where we're supposed to be. We didn't come here for riches. You know, where we come from, the riches that's back there in our home, our true heavenly place, is way and far better than what it is here. Right? This world is all about pagan and symbols and a lot of wickedness. And so I was saying, you know, we have been through a lot. We are different. Sometimes we wonder why we're different. Well, we think on a high spiritual level, and that's something wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, because we've been here before, right? And so it's time for us to get prepared to go home, because we know, if you listen to this video, we know it's coming to an end, right? At this time, you know, there's going to be a lot of things I want to share in this video. And as always, I jump here and there because I'm trying to put out a lot of information. I just can't do it. I just can't coordinate with just sticking to one subject. You know what I mean? You understand me? So, getting prepared to go home. Right now, they're separating us from vaccinated and unvaccinated people. I refuse to take the vaccine, and I'm not going to be forced. Everyone knows when they're being forced to doing something that they do. And when this pandemic or plandemic, I call it the plandemic, came on, I told people, even people I was talking to, they're not going to take the vaccine and so forth. But I understand scripture. Scripture said in the end times, people are going to depart from the faith. And I knew that people who said they weren't going to take the vaccine, they're going to surrender and take the vaccine. and they did. I have people who are close to me, co-workers and so forth, has decided to take the vaccine. And for me, I'm not. It's coming on my job also to take the vaccine and to provide our vaccine status. And I know, I already told them I'm unvaccinated. And from here, we'll see what happens. I don't care. I'm not gonna live in fear, even though it may be some scariness going on in your mind and heart, and that's normal because we are not sure what's gonna happen. But there's a verse in Scripture. It's repeated many times in Scripture, and the verse in Scripture says, "Do not turn to the left or to the right, but walk the straight path." Right? And then understand when Scripture is talking about something, and it has a lot of meanings. You have to think about the Scripture. Think about it very deep. Right? There's also says, "Walk through the narrow gate and not through the wide gate." So, so what that means to me, and I could be wrong, do not walk to the left, do not walk to the right. Think about it. Let's say you have a path, you walk in a path, right? And the path leads you to where you're going. But along the path, there's different paths you can take, right? And sometimes the different paths that you take, those different paths that instead you take the path that's going to lead you to where you need to go, you decide to take the path to the right or to the left. And during those paths to the right or the left, you may encounter some difficulties. You could encounter some deception, some lies, you face some ferocious animals. You know what I'm trying to say. You may encounter things that instead of taking the path that was straight ahead of you, you took the path that was right or left, which may lead you into destruction, difficulty, hurdles, and so forth. Which is kind of the same thing in our lives. And faith, right? Many of us are like that. And many of us have done that, right? Talking about travel through the narrow gate and not the wide gate. Don't travel through the wide gate, meaning don't follow what everybody else is doing. Travel to that unique path that you need to go and to reach to where you need to be. And that's what that means to me. And I think it pertains to now that you're going to be, some of you may be considering to take that vaccination. And as I warned you in previous video, not to take it. Do not surrender to this thing. But you may have friends or someone telling you to take it, telling you, it's okay, it's safe. And as you know, the mainstream media in the United States is portraying it as very safe because they're hiding a lot of things from you. If you know what's going on in Australia, you'll be surprised because what's going on there is eventually going to come here, and they're going to tell you, no, it's not. Notice everything that they say is fake. So everything that they say, whatever they're saying, do the opposite. Trust me what I'm telling you. Okay? Whatever they're saying on TV, do the opposite. Look, open your eyes, see what's going on, see what's happening. Because deception is right in front of us. Alright? So, the life that we're living, sometimes there's people around you that are not for you, even your own family. Right? Just jealousy. There's always jealousy but here to destroy you, to turn you away and so forth. Because they're jealous of where you're going and how you think and how you see things differently. Trust me, I've seen it within my own family. I've seen it in other people. People don't want you to succeed. Sorry. So, anyways, if you know that you're chosen, if you know you worship the Most High, if you know you're like me, you came from a home or a difficult family, you're different, you think you believe in the Most High, but no one else in your family believes that, or think they had faith in they're surrendering. If you're one of this person, I know I was chosen to come here. I know I chose to come to this earth. And I know I went through a lot of difficult times. emotionally, mentally, with a lot of different people, setbacks. I had anger, I had a lot of things. But I made it so far. The Most High was always with me. And sometimes the people around you, sometimes He might put you with people around you to, how you call them? You might be amongst the enemies, but He might give the enemy strong delusion not to harm you. Sometimes you're in that situation. Sometimes you're in that place. You know, and that's how the Most High works. So if you think about Abraham, when he went, I forget where he went to. He went to another place because his wife was so beautiful. He went there and he told his wife to lie and say that he was his brother instead of her husband, because the king of that area fell in love with her because she was so beautiful, right? But then the Most High, I can't remember exactly. He was about to touch her or something like that, and the Most High came to the king and revealed to him who she was, and the king was so afraid of the Most High that he asked Abraham, "Why you lied to me?" Blah 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 blah. Abraham lied, told him the truth, and so forth. And the king said, "Whatever you want of my land, I will give it to you." So, just like the book of, Joseph, right? They call it Joseph, but Joseph, right? When his brother sold him to Egypt, right? Pharaoh put him in jail because his wife, or whatever, I forget her handmaid, lied and said that he touched her, blah 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 blah. He put him in jail, right? In the cellar. And long story short, just read it. Just long story short, the Pharaoh had some dreams, and Joseph was the only one could interpret dreams, and he interpreted the dreams to Pharaoh, and which made a lot of sense to Pharaoh. And long story short, Joseph held the power second to Pharaoh, and control all the land and prepare the land for the famine. So, just trying to share a little experience, little story about sometimes you're in a situation, you might be in places you may not want to be. You might be in a situation that the person around you, you may not spirit or agree, but they're giving you a place to stay or something like that. You know what I mean? But that's the Most High protecting you. Okay? Now, lots of things are going on in the world. You know, you decide what you want to do. You decide you want to surrender and take that vaccine, or you trust in the Most High. There's a scripture I want to share with you guys. It's important. I think it's an important scripture to pray on. And it's in the book of Luqas, which they call Luke 21, chapter 21, verse 36. Read that scripture and repeat it and remember it in your heart and pray on that. You people, you need to stop calling. I'm going to repeat it again. You need to stop calling this name Jesus. That is the devil. That is a false prophet. That's false. Stop going to these churches, because all these, if you understand the scripture, it talks about many false prophets went out in the world. These are false prophets. It's amazing that, black people, especially because I told you that you are the people of scripture, you are the people, you are the chosen people, you are the people of the Most High, you are the chosen people, you are that special, peculiar people that the Most High spoke to your ancestors, revealed Himself to you. But it's amazing that even some of the black people who are opening their eyes and start realizing that they're the true Hebrews, are still calling on the name Jesus. It's amazing that the black people who are going to church don't even don't even recognize they're the true Hebrews. And the reason for that is because of the deception of Esau, the deception of what's going on in the world from generations to generation, and they're trapped in their mind. If you are awake, if you're a Hebrew, listen to my channel, and you are awake, teach your people. Ask them to return back to the Most High. Call him by his real name. Understand the scriptures, read all the scriptures. It's my warning to you. We, the chosen ones, there's going to be the chosen ones are the chosen people. Chosen ones also people, the elect. There's the chosen, there's the elect, there's the set aparts, right? We all came to this planet to experience something. We probably have been here before, but we're changing something. We came here to correct something. I strongly believe when we go back home, we have families. Sorry, looking up how beautiful the sky is today. So what else can I say? I'm speaking from heart to heart. I don't need to read a script or anything like that. I'm speaking what's coming to my mind, what I need to share, what I need to tell you. Get ready. Time is coming to an end. They're going to make everything feel like it's peaceful, and then the final destruction is going to come. And to be aware of that. Pull your money out of the banks. Pull your money out. Get prepared to live a different way of life. No one knows when the Most High comes. When we chose to came down here, certain things were removed from our memory. And I believe that our brain is a lot more intelligence, but we just don't have it with us right now. You need to call on the Most High and ask him to give you the ruach of wisdom to strengthen your heart and your mind, and to prepare you for these end times that's coming. Because it's about to fulfill. Final warning: to really connect to the Most High, get away from eating out fast foods or anything like that. Get away from all these medications, these vaccines, any kind of flu shots or anything like that, because these things prevent you, to block you from the spiritual connection from the Most High. Trust me. Don't take no medications. Don't take any kind of medications. Nothing like that. All these fast food has chemicals and things that and eat. And you remember I told you before. Think about this. When you cook at home, you take your time and you cook it, and you cook it with love. Think of it as people who are working in restaurants and chains. A lot of people who are preparing your food, they're heating it up. They come in there with bad attitudes. They may have bad entity spirits in them, and we're eating their foods. And, certain things, when I learn something and waking up, I pay attention to it and I start to walk away from it. And that's when I talk about Babel. The book says Babylon. The scripture tells you, come out of Babylon, right? Do not fornicate with her. It talks about countries. And I believe that Babylon also means not physically, but mentally, spiritually. Do not follow her ways. So let me give you an example what I mean by that. Babylon now talks about gay marriages, right? Same-sex marriages, and a lot of people like that, and they're agreeing to it, and blah 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 blah, right? That's what that's an example. One example what I talk about. Come out of Bible. Don't agree with her. Don't follow her ways, right? That's what I mean by that. Come out of Babylon, because her ways are no good. Her mentality, the way of thinking, of what they tell us and what to do, we need to come out of it. Come out of the system. If you have, trust me what I'm telling you, if you have money in investments, if you have money in your banks, pull it out. This is all part of a system. Don't pull it out. Why are you going to think about it. Why you put money in your savings, in your bank account, and it's not doing nothing for you? It's just money just sitting there. Why? Take it out and put it at home. Put it somewhere else. I don't don't have anything else more to say. Understand what I'm telling you. Understand what I'm saying. Dark times are coming because they're preparing you for the famine. Don't think for one moment that things are going to get better, because they will make you think it's going to get better. And then when they find you, when they get you relaxed and all that stuff, and you're going to think, wow, then the final blow is going to come. Right now they're using the mainstream media to convince you to take this vaccine, that the vaccine is safe, you need it. Now they have these booster shots. You know, they're gonna use celebrities, athletes, any type of entertainment to convince you and tell you the vaccine is safe. If you want to believe that, that's up to you. This is my warning to you. So don't believe it. The Most High will always make a way for us out. That's His word, that's His faithfulness, and you have to hold Him to His word to prepare us for this. What else? I don't know what else to share with you. I don't have anything else to share. Let me just think for a minute to see if I have anything that the Most High wants me to share with you. Well, no, I think I said enough. Hopefully you listen. Hopefully you open your eyes and see what's actually going on right in front of you. And get ready. Because they are about to deceive more and more people and put pressure on people. I'm telling you. What's going on in Australia right now, I'll give you an example. Some example. In Australia, they're pulling people out of their homes to vaccinate, and the police are doing things to people and holding them down. They're putting people in camps, right? And who are not vaccinated, and putting them in camps and so forth. They're freezing people's bank accounts. They are not able to collect them let them to collect unemployment. So if you think that's not going to happen here, you better realize that. Okay? If you think that's not going to happen here, it's going to happen. Because this pandemic it's worldly. It's not one country. It's every country that they put under this to do this plan. And the reason that these countries are under this thing, remember, people, this was planned. This was a plan in decades to come, step by step by step by step. And you ever wonder why they're 6 feet apart? You ever wonder that? Why 6 feet apart? Think about this. Two things I'm going to tell you. First of all, if a virus travels near, you know everything blows by the wind. First of all, the wind is not going to go when it reaches 6 feet and stop and say, okay, we're good. No, the wind blows in every direction and will carry things as far as it wants to. So that's horseshit. But the main reason behind the 6 feet apart. Anybody ever watched the movie called Enemy of the State with Will Smith? Pay attention to the movie. There was one thing in that movie that was very important, which is applied today. Remember them when they were tracking him through the satellite? Remember they lost him? They couldn't find him no more? Where was he at? How they lost him? Because he was in a crowd. So that's the reason for the 6 feet apart. They cannot face recognition you if you lost in a crowd. But 6 feet apart, yeah, they can. That's the main purpose of the 6 feet apart. Anyways, I think I said enough. I'm trying to open you to some wisdom to think about things, because everything that's going on in the world has been played through movies. They've been showing it to us. They've been showing it to us right in front of our eyes, and we were never paying attention. Everything that's going on in the world right now was shown through movies. Think about it. You may have watched movies and be like, man, what's going on today? We've seen that. Remember, I tell you, watch Event 201. If you're my age in 50 years old, there was a show, a series on TV. I think it was in the early 80s and 90s. Two shows called V and Alien Nation. You remember those? If you were here with me, you remember those? There's a reason they come up with these shows. Because they were showing you something. I told you there's a reptile. There's a reptile people on this planet. There's a reptile people. These are the people who are controlling everything. They're reptiles disguised as human beings. If you don't believe me, it's true. They're part of the fallen angels. So you think about the movie Alien Nation, the movie V. You know, you peel off the skin and under the skin was reptile. That's who these people are. There's cloning going on in this world. There's all kind of things, just transgenders living right in front of us, in front of the social media that's happening. They're transgender, people think they're a beautiful woman and so forth. We are being deceived. This reptile nation is in charge, everything. And they will be revealed at the end. Alright, so I said enough, guys. 26 minutes on this video, almost 27 minutes. Again, I pray that the Most High is with you, protecting you, guiding you, giving you the ruach of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge to move forward, to stand strong. I pray that He may strengthen your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit during this time, and to be awakened. And with that said, this is Truth Awakened. Have a good day.